Hey everybody, I wanted to share a quick dream that I had last night that may or may not be symbolic or it could be prophetic, I don't know, but it seemed pretty deep and it left me with a big impression last night where I started writing it down like 2 or 3 in the morning. I wrote it all down. It was just so strong and symbolic. So it started out with me in the grocery store and everything seemed pretty normal. I was in there was other people in there too. And all of a sudden, I kind of, noticed that a lot of people were staring at me. And, as I was grocery shopping, I just noticed people were coming closer and closer to me. And, I started to get a little concerned, but I kept grocery shopping. And before I know it, I really started looking around and people were really surrounding me at this point. Not, surrounding me hardcore, but just they were all really close. And, I looked at their faces and they looked really hungry. These people looked a little stressed and a little hungry. And I don't live in lack. I have a life of abundance because I've worked really hard and I've saved as much as I could. I'm very frugal. I don't live out of my means. I live with family just in a tiny little room. I don't care what society thinks. I need to be out in an apartment, in a skyline apartment, dating hardcore or whatever. It doesn't bother me. I love my life. I'm grateful to be where I'm at. I know I have big dreams one day. I do, of course, want my own place, but in the proper time, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it with my own strength. I'm gonna count on God. I'm going to be relaxed. I'm going to be diligent, and I'm going to pursue my goals. But back to the dream. People seemed really hungry and they were surrounding me. And then I got pretty concerned about it all. And all of a sudden it seemed like a panic set in and people just started grabbing food. And man, it was crazy. It felt so real too, like it always does. I'm sure you guys all have dreams like that, or maybe not. But people just started grabbing groceries and I even slightly began into a panic. I was like, what the heck's going on? They were kind of reminded me a little bit of when the shelves were empty back in 2020 a little bit. But again, I still had this like deep sense of peace I was a little panicked, but I still had a deep sense of peace. But as these people, I'll recap the dream real quick. I'm in the grocery store. They're surrounding me. And the last thing I saw was they just looked stressed and a little panicked, just stressed and hungry, man. It was kind of creepy. Excuse me. So then, as panic set in and it was complete pandemonium in the store, for some reason, I looked up. I was looking for hope. So I looked up at the grocery store and I found this, for some reason, there was this high place, this nook in the grocery store. And I looked up there and I knew I could get up there. And so I looked up there and there was food still abundantly. I'm talking fruits, vegetable, bread, soups, everything you can imagine. Complete abundance of food. And meanwhile, on this surface of the store, it was almost empty and people were running out of the store, complete pandemonium. But I looked above and I saw this abundance of food and peace. And for some reason, I had this, it was like a tiny little floor mat or what. I grabbed it and put it over me. Sounds kind of crazy. It's like some Mary Poppins stuff. But I put it over me and I just started flying up to this higher place where there was complete abundance. And I'm telling you, man, it was a beautiful feeling, especially after seeing people stressed and panicked and hungry. I was going to this place where there was complete abundance of food and it looked delicious, man. The produce was untouched. It was ripe and ready to eat. So I started floating up to this higher level. And when I got up there, I looked around. Nobody else could get up there. For some reason, they didn't see it. They didn't try. I don't know. But I was up there. And all my worries were gone. But somebody followed me, and I don't want to give any names. For some reason, someone saw me and followed me up there. but it was very quick. There were some guards of this abundance. There seemed like there were some guards of it. And they came up to this other person that followed me and said, you need to go back down. You can't be up here. Like, enjoy your stay because it's going to be brief and we got to get you back down. And I remember feeling great sadness for this person. I thought, man, I love this person. I want them to eat. I want them to be at peace and have total abundance. It brought tears to my eyes in the middle of the night. I know it was a dream from God. He was showing me that I don't know if it's a real dream that's going to come to pass, but I think people are stressed and hungry. It's kind of a trying time right now in the economy. Not for everybody. I'm sure a lot of people are doing good. I don't really know. I don't watch a whole lot of news, but from what I do see, it seems like it's the stress time. And I know that times will change. It could be just temporary. But so I just wanted to mention that dream. I don't know. I did get an impression that I needed to go and get some sort of food storage. Don't panic. Don't spend all your money on food storage. But I think it's prudent to have, a month, if you can afford it, get a month of food storage, canned goods, whatever. Doesn't have to be those fancy packs on the websites with they're super expensive, but I think it's a good idea to play this dream like a two-headed coin. It could mean that food scarcity could come in a little bit. If you look around, everything's at all-time high, gold, silver, Bitcoin, houses are expensive. The S&P just made an all-time high. Who's to say, food might go to an all-time high and get kind of expensive in the near future. I'm not making any prophetic things over anything. I'm just saying I think it's prudent for everybody to have a little something just in case. Now, the dream could mean another meaning of just a spiritual hunger. People that are looking around and they're hungry for something different. They're hungry for something new. They've already lived a life of rebellion and sin. They lived a life of selfishness. They lived a life far away from God. And, I kind of notice that when I'm out in public. Like, I'm a happy person. I'm dancing in my garage right now. I'm painting this locker. I got gray, and I'm doing black, and I'm gonna do blue, and then red and pink. But I might do a yellow right here, like that yellow. I might put that color there instead of red. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. But I'm a happy person. I'm grateful for my life, and I notice when I'm at the gym and stuff, people look a little stressed, and they look a little hungry. I think a lot of people have been living out of their means for a while. And I know a lot of people personally that have kind of been living high on the hog and thought things were never going to change back in, the roaring 2021 when the economy was booming. But anyways, I just wanted to share that dream that that you also can look to that higher place where there's an infinite abundance of everything you could possibly imagine. God could provide for all of your need. If you just trust him and you give him all the things that separate you from him, you can live an awesome life protected and under God's wing and his refuge, and he'll always take care of you. Anyways, I'm sniffing a lot of these chemicals, so I hope I didn't ramble too much or hop around. I always do, but I just want to make this video to encourage you to look up and find that higher place of abundance. Don't live on the lower level like everybody else. Find that secret place, that refuge that God promises to his people. You'll have complete peace. You won't have any lack. But you do got to give away, the things that separate you from him. And I could make that in another video. I had another inspirational thing come to mind. The entertainment that you watch can hinder your blessings. What kind of entertainment are you watching? There's a lot of crazy entertainment out there filled with, sexual things, suicidal themes, just, crazy things that you shouldn't be letting wash over your mind and your spirit. Even if you don't believe in the spirit, don't let it wash over your mind, doubt, fear, all these negative things. You need to renew your mind and have belief, hope, and all these things that God programmed you to be strong, full of faith. I'm not perfect. I haven't opened my Bible actually for a couple weeks, but I do watch a lot of sermons. I do spend time absorbing, other people talking about the Bible, but nothing beats opening it and reading it for yourself. But yeah, so a real quick recap. I'm in the store and people just seemed a little hungry and stressed, and soon it became pandemonium and it became lack, it became hard to find, goods and foods. And it's probably prudent to prepare. I don't know if that could happen, but it could. So you never know. Just be prepared. It's wise. And on the flip side, it could mean spiritual hunger. Look to the higher place where there's abundance of food. Jesus says, we got to eat his body, we got to drink his blood. And he says that whoever drinks from the cup that he gives us will never thirst again. So talk about abundance, talk about everlasting life. Anyways, I might record a video like this. I don't know how I feel about this one, but I hope it makes sense. I might just post it as is. Take care.